everyone. Today we are going to start with the topic properties related to margins and padding. So first of all, we'll discuss about the CSS box model. That what is CSS box model? The CSS box model is essentially a box that wraps around the every HTML element. Means whatever the element you are going to add into your web page, CSS box model exists around every element. Whether you are going to add any image into your HTML document, whether you are going to add any kind of content, means any kind of text into your document, okay, it is available around every content which you add on your web page. Fine. It consists of margin, borders, padding, and actual content. Now we'll see what are all these things: margins, borders, paddings, and the actual content. Okay. uh, See, in this picture you can see different borders, different sections are here. Like if you'll notice here, this is the content section. Okay, whatever you will write, for example, you might have added any text into your document, then text will reside here. If you have added any picture in your document, then picture will comes under this particular area, which is content area. Okay. So what is the padding? Padding is the difference between the border or the gap between the border and the content is known as the padding. It is always transparent. Okay. If you wanted to add any kind of gap between your text and the border, your picture and the border, then you can add it by giving the value of padding. Okay. Now everyone knows about the border. If you wanted to give boundaries to your text, or you wanted to give different stylish borders to your text, you can give this. Fine. After this, what is the margin? If you wanted to have some gap between the page side to the border, between the page side and the border, then you can use the margin property to add this margin. You can add margin from the top, from the right side, from the bottom side, or from the left side as well. Now we'll see the little description of all these four properties. Okay, so first of all, what we'll talk about, what is the content? What is the content? The content of the box where the text and image appears. Where the text and image appears, that particular area is known as the content area or the content. Fine. Now what is the padding? It clears an area around the content. The padding is transparent. What is the padding? It clears an area around the content, or it is the gap between the border and the text. Okay. So now what is the border? A border that goes around the padding and the content is known as a border. First of all, your content, then your padding will come, then your border will come. Fine. What is the margin? It clears an area outside the border. The margin is transparent. Okay, if you wanted to have some outside area, then the exact outline of the page, then you can add a margin to your particular element with which you wanted to have the margin. Fine. Now we'll see how to like add the margin of the element. Like to set the margin of an element, which property we need? We have a margin property. To set the margin of an element, we have margin property. An element has four sides. It is left, right, top, and bottom. You can add to all these four sides, you can add margin to all these sides. Okay, the margin is the distance from each side to the neighboring element. Okay, what is the margin? It is the distance from each side of the neighboring element or to the borders of the document. And it is specified through the four properties. Which properties we do have? The properties we do have is the margin left, the margin right, the margin top, and the margin bottom. So these are the properties which are used to define the margin of any text, any picture, or any element. Okay. So how we are going to define this? The example is, for example, you wanted to define the margin for the border. Then how you can define this? You will start by writing the selector name. Selector is body. You will start the curly bracket. After curly bracket, you will define the property for margin top. Like here I have given 100 pixel because I want the top margin 100 pixel. Then margin right, I want margin right 40 pixels, so I have given the value as 40 pixels. Whatever you feel like, whatever you wanted to give the margin, that particular value you supposed to define here. Okay, the margin bottom property I have given 20 pixel because I want bottom margin to be 20 pixel. Then I have defined the margin left as a 70 pixels. So now we will see how to do the practical of the same. For this, what we have a notepad file. So we are supposed to open one notepad file. You're supposed to write the basic tag. Okay, like I have written the HTML tag. Under HTML tag, we have two tags, header and body blocks. So first of all, we'll define some content inside the body tag. So for example, now I wanted to define the margin for the p tag. So I am starting with the p tag. Here I'll write some content inside the p tag. For example, I'm writing this is some. This is paragraph text. Okay, you can write anything, whatever you feel like. Now I wanted to copy this line for multiple times because I want a big paragraph to be edited on my web page. Okay, now I'm going to close the paragraph tag. Okay, under the paragraph tag, I'm going to define one more tag. You can define any tag. This is heading tag. Okay, you can write any stuff, whatever you wanted to specify over there, you can specify that. For example, here I have defined the h1 text. Okay, now under the style tag, now you can save your file. Okay, I'm going to save my file in the folder which is placed on desktop with the name margin.html. You can give any name to your file. Okay, my already one file is present over there, so I'm going to replace this file. Okay, so first of all, now what is needed, I'm going to open that file. So here is my folder where my HTML file is there. So I'm going to open this file which is margin.html. Right now you can see by default my page is looking like this. I'm zooming in so that you can see it clearly. So to see the margins properly, what I'll do is, first of all, I'll add background color to the p tag. So now what I'll do, I wanted to define the margin or the other properties for the p tag. So I have defined the selector over there. I have written p under the style tag. Okay, then I have started the curly brackets. Here I'm going to define the margin. Sorry, first of all, I'll give the background color. Okay, so here I have given background color as green. Okay, so I wanted to give background color for the h1 tag also. Okay, so here I'm going to paste it and I'm going to change the color to yellow, from green to yellow. Fine. So I'm going to save it and now I'm going to refresh the page. Now you can see this is the default structure of these both the tags. You can see the gap here. This is the gap because it is the by default they break one line after the text. Okay, or after the paragraph or after the heading. So that's why this gap is there. Okay, now we are supposed to define the properties from the left, top, right and bottom sides. Okay, now I wanted to define the properties for the p tag. So here I'll start with the margin top. I wanted to define the top margin. So I'll write I want 50 pixel top margin. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to refresh it. You can see the 50 pixel top margin has been added to the document. Now I want the margin right. Okay, I want 100 pixel margin. So I have written 100 pixel. Okay, now you can see the margin from the right side has been added to the document. Now I wanted to add margin from the bottom. Okay, so for this, what I'll do, right, what I'll write here, like I'll write here, like for example, I want margin bottom 60 pixel. Okay, so give me a moment. Okay, so I have written there margin bottom as 60 pixel. Now we are going to refresh the page again. You can see the margin bottom has been added to the document. Now I wanted to add margin left as 70 pixel. Okay, now I'm going to save it. I'm going to refresh it as well. Okay, so let's see, margin left hyphen should be there. Okay, so I'm going to refresh it. You can see the margin has been added to all the four sides. Now what we have next, for example, you wanted to define equal margin for both for the all the sides. So what you can do is you can define only margin here. Then you can define a equal value. For example, I wanted to set 150 margin to all the sides. Okay, 150 margin. Okay, so 150 pixel I have written there. Now I'm going to refresh it. It will add 150 pixel margin to all the four sides of the paragraph. Okay, so what will happen, which would be the latest property you are going to define? The existing properties will be overwritten by that property. Okay, now we have the shorthand property for the same. Let's see here. Like if you wanted to compile all the information together in a one line, then can do this with the help of a margin shorthand property. What you supposed to write? You supposed to write the margin, then you will write the column, then you will define the values for the four sides. Like first value will be the value for the top side, second value for the right side, third value will be for the bottom side, and the fourth value will be for the left side. How you can remember these values? Like you can correlate it to a clock. For example, assume this is a clock, and how the clocks move in a clockwise direction. Okay, so what you need to keep in mind is, like first value would be for the top value, then the second value will be the left value, and the third value will be for the bottom value, and the okay, so top, right, bottom, and left. So this way the clock goes. Okay, the same way you are supposed to have, like you can remember this easily how the clock goes. You need to start from the top position, then top, right, bottom, and left. Okay, so this will be the order for the values. Now we'll do the practical for the same. Okay, so here I am going to define the values here. It will override the previous values. Okay, so I'm going to define the margin here. So how much margin I want? For example, I want 20 pixel from the top side, 40 pixel from the right side, and 60 pixel from the bottom side, and 80 pixel from the left side. So I'm going to define the border, the margin like this. Then I'm going to refresh my page. You can see the border has been added to my page. 20 from the top, 40 from the right, 60 from the bottom, and 80 from the left side. Fine. So this is the session for today. Thank you so much.